Hello everyone, my name is Marina Mikhailovna and I'm your English teacher. Look at the picture and tell me, what century is this? What do you think? Посмотри внимательно на картинку и подумай, к какому веку может относиться данная картинка. The picture is dedicated to the Industrial Revolution in England in the 18th century. Данная картинка относится к XVIII веку, и речь сегодня пойдет о промышленной революции XVIII века в Англии. To get the main idea better, watch the video. Сначала посмотрим видео.
Revolution. The Industrial Revolution was a very important period of history. It changed the way people lived and worked. The invention of new machines meant the world was never the same again. The Industrial Revolution began in England in the 18th century. It soon spread throughout Western Europe and the USA. Life before then was very hard. There was no electricity and people usually had to work by hand. Can you imagine how many days it would take to make a dress or a pair of shoes? Or even to spin the wool for just one warm jumper by hand? This all changed with the Industrial Revolution. It changed the way people produced goods. In 1764, James Hargreaves invented the spinning jenny. This machine twisted thread to make cloth. This meant that making clothes became faster and easier. The textile industry was born. Perhaps the most important invention was James Watt's steam engine. He built this during the 1760s. Engineers began using steam engines to power machines in factories. And the steam engine also advanced transportation. This was the period they built steamboats and trains, making transportation of goods faster. It is also a time when people started to travel more. More and more factories appeared, and as a result, more coal mines opened. You see, steam engines need coal to run on. Factories also needed more workers. People from the countryside, often farmers, moved to big towns with factories. The towns soon became big cities. By 1850, half of the English population lived in cities. However, many workers lived in poor, overcrowded housing. Men, women, and even children worked in factories or mines. Working conditions were hard and unhealthy. People worked long hours and often put their lives in danger. It took a long time, but working conditions did eventually get better. The goods that factories produced gave people a better standard of living. The Industrial Revolution affected the world in ways which were both positive and negative. It changed the world forever. Can you think of other important periods in history? How did they affect the world we live in?
Before we start discussing the text, listen and repeat to the new words.
Better standard of living. Better standard of living. By hand. By hand. Coal. Coal. Coal mining industry. Coal mining industry. Factory. Factory. Housing. Housing. Improve. Improve. Industrial. Industrial. Make cloth. Make cloth. Mine. Mine. Overcrowded. Overcrowded. Power. Power. Spread. Spread. Steam. Steam. Thread. Thread. Twist. Twist. Wage. Wage. Working conditions. Working conditions.
Now try to answer 3 questions. Who, what, when and where. Теперь постарайся ответить на наши 3 лайфхакных вопроса. О ком или о чем речь? В данном случае о чем? When, когда, where, где. Get ready to listen to the text. Приготовься послушать текст.
Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution began in England in the 18th century and soon spread to Western Europe and the USA. New machines could make things much faster than before when people worked by hand. In 1764, James Hargreaves invented the spinning jenny to twist thread for making cloth. But the most important invention was James Watt's steam engine, which he built during the 1760s. Engineers began using steam engines to power machines in factories and built the first steamboats and trains. These all needed coal to make steam, so the coal mining industry also grew quickly. More and more factories and coal mines appeared, turning small towns into big cities as people moved there to work. By 1850, half of the English population lived in cities in poor, overcrowded housing. Men, women, and even children worked in factories or mines. Working conditions were hard and unhealthy, and wages were low. Conditions slowly improved, however, and the things factories produced gave people a better standard of living. One thing is certain, though, the Industrial Revolution changed the world forever.
So what is the text about? Of course, it is about the Industrial Revolution. So when does the actions take place? In the 18th century. And where? Of course, it's England. Надеюсь, что ты правильно смог для себя ответить на наши лайфхакные вопросы. Have a look at these 6 sentences. Some of them are true about the text and some of them are false. Перед вами 6 предложений. Некоторые из них true, верны, некоторые из них false, являются ложью. Поставь видео на паузу или перемотай на момент текста, прочти его еще столько раз, сколько тебе необходимо, и попробуй выяснить для себя, какие из этих предложений true, правда, а какие из них false, ложь. Немножечко позже ты сможешь это проверить. Now have a look at the answers and check yourself. I hope you did it great. Теперь посмотри на ответы. Очень надеюсь, что тебе удалось правильно справиться. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.